Hey everybody, Winstreak here. Today I'm going to be answering a question by A Bag of Rice. They are looking to enter a door and go to a new layout and then find a way to come back to where they came in last. So, without further ado, we're going to start a new project. And bear with me while I draw a few sprites. And we're going to make a wall here. And we're going to paste a few of those. And room 1's just going to be a big old square. And we're going to need more layouts, so I'm going to add a layout, and we want the event sheet as well. I'm going to double click that, that'll put it up top there for me. And hopping back over to layout 1, I'm going to copy paste all these walls. I'm going to paste them on here, drag one onto the screen, and I'm going to make layout 2 look a little different. And it will have 2 rooms instead of just one big room. And also I'm going to set these to solid. And hop back to layout 1. And I'll create our character. That's not what I wanted at all. And they'll have a head, like most characters. And one of those body things, and some legs and arms. And he's pretty much as awesome as you can be. We'll make him a little smaller. That's still too large. Let's make him even smaller. We'll drop that down in half. Alright, so we got this little guy. We're going to give him some variables. We'll have a location for his X, location for his Y, and this will be my way of remembering where to go back to when I go through a door. And room will be how I remember where to go when I'm going forward a door. So, gotta make some doors. And like all doors, it'll be wobbly. And we'll make it a little smaller, I reckon. Yeah, that seems like it might be able to fit in our other ones. Actually, I'll make it a little smaller. And we'll copy paste that there and there. So we have 2 doors over here, and then 1 door for each one over here. And essentially, we'll have it so I can walk into this door, and it'll take me here, and then I can walk back in here, and it'll send me back to where I was, and this door will send me to the other room, and again back to where I was. I will need on mouse, and I just want to verify that mouse shows up for both. It does. And then he also needs to be able to move, and I do want to name him as hero. So behavior, I'm going to use move to, and in move to I'm going to have stop on solids. That way I can't just run out of these walls that I spent forever building, and set angle turned off so he doesn't flip upside down and stuff when I'm running downwards. And I do believe that should cover it for the basics. Flip over to my cheat sheet just to make sure I don't miss anything while I'm going along. And on click, left click with the mouse, we're going to set the move action. And we're going to try to go to wherever I clicked, so move to position, and mouse.x, mouse.y. And then we'll have a trigger for our doors, and we will run that through on collision with another object, and that'll be our door. And this is only going to be event sheet in layout 1. So anytime I collide with the door, I want to set my heroes X and Y. So the first thing I'm going to do is set that value, and location x will be hero.x. And I'm going to copy paste that down and set location y to hero.y. And that'll just store a variable with each of his positions on the map. And to make sure I get to keep those, I'm going to click on him and select global here. And this will keep him from getting destroyed at the end of a layout. And now that I have those in there, I'm going to find out what room I need to go into. And I'm going to do that by just grabbing the UID. So I have 15, 16, and 17, 18, but I won't be using those ones yet. So add a blank sub event, and if hero is overlapping the door and that door is UID, and I believe I said 15, 16, yeah, 15, then we want to set the room to room 1, so we will set another value for room 1, and now we'll do the same thing, which is still under this anytime I collide with something in layout 1, and by something I mean a door. On this one we'll have to have it be ID 16, which is the other door. We're going to set room to 2, and based on those I'll decide whether I appear in this room or this room. And then I just need to go to the next layout, I believe. So go to next, and we'll also throw that down there. Since it'll only be triggering one of these at a time, I'm not tall enough to touch both. And then we can hop on over to our layout 2, and I'm going to appear somewhere over here. So I'm just using this spot so I can look down here and see a good guessing point for my first X and Y for my hero. So on start of layout, we're going to go 161, 127, and start of layout, set position, one something or another I already forgot. We'll just write stuff in there. It is hard to think and talk at the same time. So we have 160, 122, 164, good enough, 122. So that should be good. But we only want to do this if the hero has a value, compare instance variable, of room 1. So if we do room 1, he'll appear up top, and then 150 and 350. We'll copy this down, 150 and 350, and if he has room 2, we will throw him down there. And then we're going to set room back to 0 just to clear up any mess that we made before. And we can copy that right down there because no matter what one we go in, we want to set it to 0. And go ahead and hop back to layout 1, run it, and just see what happens as of now. So I can run over there, I can walk in. And I don't have click to move on layout 2. And also they keep moving to get to where I mouse clicked beforehand, so we want to stop moving on the start of layouts. So, start of layout, and we're just going to set hero to stop. So anytime we get to a new layout, it's just going to stop the hero's movement. And then layer 2 event sheet. Actually, I'm just going to copy paste it because it's the same exact code. When I click, I want to walk towards where I click. And looking pretty good there. Now whenever I overlap one of these doors, I want to go back to where I came from. So we got our hero, and again on collision with the door, and add a sub event. Actually, I don't think I need that sub event. Alright, never mind that. We will just set this hero to already set rooms in here. I want to go to system. We're going to set to previous layout. And previous. And that should be it for this side. And then on the other event sheet, on start of layout, if I don't have an X and a Y position, or if the variables are not 0, and I'll explain it more after I write it in there. So we're going to compare these. We want both X and Y to be compared, and we want inverts. And essentially, if the hero has something other than zeros, we want to set that position to what he has. So we will set position to, and location, hero dot location X, hero dot location Y, and then we want to remove those old stored values and set them back to 0. So location X 0 and location Y set to 0. And then here, so we don't start out automatically overlapping a door and automatically jumping back to the next scene, we're just going to move it to the side a few pixels. So 75 pixels should put us just to the side. And starting from the beginning, we can run over here. We go inside. It still continues, so I gotta stop it on this one. But then we run back here, and we're off to the left. We can go in this door. Oh, and that goes to the wrong one. So copy pasting bit me in the butt a little. But on start a layout for event 2. Do I have one? I guess it doesn't matter. I can just throw it in both of these, so I don't have to make a new one. We're just gonna stop movement first. So stop move to, and put it in both of those. And then if it's room 2, we want to set, oh, it's on this side. We need to set overlapping with UID 16 to room 2, so it actually goes to the right one. And one more thing, he moves too slow, it annoys me. So I'm just going to move him up a little bit, and we can play it from here. And now we can run into the first door, and it puts us there. We wait till movement, go there, brings us back home, and hop in the bottom one, and again it brings us back to where we came from. And depending on how you enter the room, you'll notice now that I'm going to be lower down than the first time I entered the room from the top. Just because it does store it based off your hero's movement. If you want that a little cleaner, you can always store the hero's position off of the overlapping door that you're on. So instead of setting it from your hero X, hero Y, you can come down here after you pick the UID instance of the door and set the hero variable to sprite 3, which is my door, X and Y. And now it wouldn't matter. It's only going to be set up for this one. But if I did this all the way through, it wouldn't matter what angle I hit the door at, because it's not based off my character. It's based off the center of the door, or wherever I have this origin point right here. That's where it's going to base that number off of if I move it over to the door. But that gives you a few ways to solve the problem you had. Hopefully it helps you out. Let me know if you have any questions. Throw them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer some more. Have a great one.